Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and I hope you all are doing great and enjoying good health. So as I already told you that I am non-native speaker and I'm trying to become fluent. I'm improving my fluency and I'm working on my fluency. So the intention behind recording these videos is to share with you my strategy, my tips that I'm doing, and I'm taking all those steps in this regard. I want you to help you becoming fluent because I'm on this path of becoming fluent and I'm working on it. The basic purpose of these videos is to share with you that these are the tips and these are the strategies and techniques that you can follow them to become fluent in English speaking skill. So when we talk about English language skills, it has been the dream of every person to speak English like a native speaker. But one thing we must keep in mind that we cannot speak like native speakers. Native speakers means British and American people. So, but we can become fluent. We can speak English fluently by using correct pronunciation. When we talk about English speaking skill, the key factor is pronunciation. Our pronunciation has to be good, has to be understandable, so that people could understand what we are saying and we could understand what the other people are saying. So pronunciation is the first step in this regard. But before that, there are few motivational factors that would help you to become fluent. The key factor is your motivation and your consistency, because discipline and consistency are the keys, are the stepping stones. If you are a consistent person, if you are a passionate person and you are serious to learn English language skills, especially English speaking skill, and you want to speak English fluently, then you will be. Believe me, you will be. If you are a consistent person and if you are a disciplined person, then you will achieve this goal. So first of all, you need to set a clear goal that you need to become fluent and you have to become fluent in English speaking skill. The next question is, for non-native speakers, is grammar important in this regard? Should we go for grammar and parts of speech tenses in the first stage? Is it important? Yes, in the beginning it is very important, because we as a non-native speakers, we need to have basic vocabulary, we need to have basic structures, grammatical structures like tenses, parts of speech, and that how to construct correct sentences. The basic need, we need to have the basic vocabulary and basic grammar. Then we can switch to practice. And we have to break this habit of translating in our head. The problem is that in our countries like in Pakistan, in India, grammar translation method is being used to teach the students. And with the passage of time, the students become habitual of using this method and they tend to translate in their head, then they utter the sentences, then they speak. Before speaking, they translate in their head from their native language to target language. English is target language for us. Our mother tongue might be Urdu, Punjabi, Hindi, whatsoever, but when we try to speak English, we translate from our native language to target language. So this process stops us becoming fluent and ultimately we get stuck. So after some time, when we are having a sufficient amount of vocabulary and grammar structures, parts of speech, tenses, then we have to switch on thinking in English. And we need to start thinking in English, and this would help us becoming fluent in English speaking skill. So I just want to share with you my tips and tricks that how I am trying to think in English. So I am using more content in English. I listen English speakers 2 to 3 hours on daily basis. I'm taking input, I'm listening. So only listening in the beginning, then you can repeat those sentences, then you can repeat those speeches when you listen. So there are different platforms on YouTube, TEDx, TED Talks. I used to listen, but the one thing you must keep in mind, please listen all those speakers, listen the content in which you got interest. Your interest is very important, because when we have interest in something, we do it in a better way. So if you are interested in psychology, if you are interested in other topics like science and mental growth or different things, neurology, you can listen all those speakers who are working on these topics. So start listening, consume more content in English, because listening plays very important role in becoming fluent. And I'm doing this for almost 6 months, and I'm observing a great difference. I'm feeling that I'm improving my skill. So listen and then practice. Practice is very important, because perfection is the product of practice. Drilling method, shadowing means that listen and repeat, and try to read aloud. This will help you becoming fluent. And keep in mind that discipline and consistency are the keys to becoming fluent in English speaking skill. And believe me, after 3 to 4 months, because anything which we do for 20 days, it becomes habit. And change your mind, change your discipline, because our mind is very, very intelligent. It becomes what we think we become. So if you will start thinking about this journey, if you will start adoring this journey, the destination, automatically things will come, because there is a law of attraction, which is a third force which is working all the time. What we think, we become. So start today. You are never too late. If you think that you are too late, now you can't do this, now you can't become fluent, it's your misunderstanding. It's your time. You can do it. You can become fluent in English speaking skill. And one thing more, why we are doing so, why we are learning English language skills, why we want to speak. Believe me, English is lingua franca. English is spoken. English is understood in the world. If you can understand English, if you speak English, if you can comprehend English, you will be communicating with the world, because we are living in a global village, in a global world, the world of technology and communication, the world of internet. We can work, we can earn online by doing online works. But if we have greater skill, if we had greater command on English, then we'll be communicating with the world in a better way. So one thing I just want to acknowledge, that I am non-native speaker, and I believe that I'm making mistakes, because English is not my native language. So don't make fun of me, because I am sure that I am making mistakes, and I will make mistakes, because English is our target language. And believe me, this fear of making mistakes always gets us stuck, and we cannot speak due to the fear of making mistakes. So please don't keep in mind, don't be feared of making mistakes, because when we commit mistakes, we learn from it. Failure is a stepping stone, and we learn from failures. Those who adapt themselves according to the world, according to the environment, get succeeded. So believe me. And with this message, I will end up my video, and will see you very soon in the next video. Stay blessed. Allah Hafiz.